All right, ever needed a little assist from a friend or maybe a coworker, but not exactly sure how to ask for it?
Yeah, what's better? A phone call, maybe a text, an email, in person? I don't know. Well, we asked KSL consumer investigator Matt Gephardt for a favor here to look into the best way to ask for a favor.
If you needed to ask for a favor, you might send off a quick text message or an email. But that is not the most effective way to ask.
They thought all these ways of asking would be pretty much similarly effective, that there wouldn't be a big difference.
Actually, there's a huge difference, says Vanessa Bones, an organizational behavior professor at Cornell and the author of You Have More Influence Than You Think. Whether you need help putting together furniture with some Swedish name that you can't pronounce, or asking your neighbor to look after Fido for a couple of days, the most likely way that you are going to get a yes is...
In person is by far the most effective way to ask.
In her studies, Bonds asked hundreds of people to ask their friends for a favor, to proofread a one-page essay for them. 55% of those who were asked either by phone or by video chat agreed. The success rate of email, much worse, a mere 30%. But 80% of those who were asked to proofread the paper in person said yes.
So when you ask in person, you see the other person's face. You have to say no to them while looking them in the eye, and that's really hard to do.
And Bond says it really doesn't make much of a difference at all what the favor is, because most people don't really do any sort of cost-benefit analysis.
They're kind of just responding emotionally in the moment to you, and whether they trust you and whether they can say yes or no to you or not.
Asking in person is not always your best course of action. The research shows that actually some people resented being asked in person and having to come up with a yes or no answer right there on the spot. So if, say, you're trying to avoid alienating a coworker, maybe send them an email or a text after all, which reminds me, Mike, Ashley, are you guys coming over this weekend after all to help me re-roof my house? In Salt Lake City, Matt Gephardt, KSL 5 News.